flight has happened, and we are now standing on a different island than the one we're normally on. We are in Okinawa. Golden Week is going to be quite golden aside from the rain that I've seen on the forecast here in Okinawa. Oh, I'm really excited. I've never been to Hawaii, so this is the closest I've ever been to something that people say is like Hawaii.
You've been to Jeju in Korea.
Never mind. Well, then I will see which one proves to be more Hawaiian, which I have no basis of knowledge at all about. So we're waiting for a shuttle. Yeah.
Check out this bug. That's a monstrous bug.
Okinawa's a little scary. Update on the bug. It's a sweet potato weevil. There's a lot of sweet potato stuff here. I hope they're not inside. We expected to get to the airport and be out of the airport like 30 minutes. When you land, you feel like you can get out of the airport so much quicker than when you arrive. Arriving takes forever, but Naha Airport, nah. It took way longer to get out of the airport than it did to get into the airport that we took off from. It took forever. But we've ended up with a new friend, and that's really all that matters. Our new friend is a daisy, but we're not gonna call him Daisy. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I don't
even know if you'll think it's as funny. I mean, it's not super funny.
This I don't know what's gonna happen here. She's like, I got a name, but I'm gonna tell you later. Okay. So
the color of the car doesn't look, when the sun was shining on it when we got it, my brain saw the color as baby blue. And I started singing, pretty pink, baby blue. Do you know?
I don't know that song. What is it?
It's Outcast.
Oh,
and
okay.
it's gonna be Andre 3000. So I think when we get a Daisy, it's just gonna be a new rapper. That's what I'm feeling.
So you're going with the whole 3000 on this?
Oh yeah, the whole.
Can I just call him 3000?
We'll call him 3000. Yeah, so us and 3000, we'd be hanging out now. And another thing happened. It's been very productive since we got here, or out of the airport at least. We got our Airbnb house, kind of? Floor. We have a floor of a house. The house has 2 floors, but we've got one, and other Airbnbers are going to have the other one soon. But we met with Mitsuo-san, and he told us all about this amazing house, which feels like your grandma's beach house. So let's go see Grandma.
Hey, it wasn't locked, so it wasn't hard for you.
Have trouble with them locks.
All right. So as usual, we start with like a little Genkan here, and up and in.
Kind of like a living room, and there's maps and books and our stuff, and we've kind of just plopped down in here. In this room, it's a tatami room. Sit on the floor at the table type stuff. And there are futons, which I'm actually really excited about, because I mean, we sleep on a bed every night. It's nice to have like a little change. And the windows have been open, I guess maybe during the day, and it just feels naturey in here. Suzushi?
It's like a fresh feeling.
It's a fresh feeling. Oh, it's so fresh in here. So I think we'll be sleeping in this room with the futons, and we have to put all that together, which we don't normally do futons. So.
you can futon.
Oh, I will futon.
All right, let's check out the other room. And then there's another bedroom, and it is similar with just the tatami floor. And it's got a corner room, so if you open these windows, you probably get a pretty good breeze going.
Yeah, it's got this weird bed. We could squeeze.
Yeah, we're gonna use futons, dude.
Yeah, definitely gonna use futons.
And let's check out. We just arrived, so I really don't even know.
Yeah, there's just.
Yeah, check out Grandma.
I feel like I'm Grandma.
Grandma.
Don't touch Grandma's stuff, alright? If you don't know how to use it, you don't touch it. It must have had some sort of strict grandma-ing at some point in time. The kitchen, which kind of feels like our kitchen, just old. And a death trap behind you. Well, let me show that. I foresee Eric getting hurt.
This could be a problem. This could be a real big issue. I haven't even looked in here. Let's look in the bathroom. So it is like an old school Japanese style bathroom. And he said that the toilet gets clogged if you put too much paper in there. So be careful. And then he showed me a bucket. And he's like, use this bucket if it gets clogged and pour a bunch of water down there, like a lot. And he said it'll fix it, no problem. So we got a bucket situation. And then we got a bathtub that's about the size of a bucket. So.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
one of the small. It's quite deep.
It's dry. Yeah, it's deep. It's one of those deep Japanese bathtubs. But let's see.
Oh wow.
I'm like, my toes are squished against the wall.
Where's the
Like-
shower? Oh, there it is. It's
there a
next to
shower-
your head.
Is there a shower head? Oh, it's this guy?
The head is next to your head.
Yeah. This feels like, I don't know, I feel like I could go over like a waterfall in this. Like, that's what I feel like. I'm like in one of those barrels. It's cool. Oh, it's like okay, I have a question. And is this the butt washer?
It could
Is
be.
that what we got going on here?
It's the proper angle for that. You gonna wash your butt with it?
Only all the time. So when we come on trips, our favorite thing to do is to find things that are not accessible to us in Tokyo, where we live. And we have definitely come across something that is not accessible to us in Tokyo, not in any way that I've seen. And even if it was accessible in its like existence, we wouldn't be able to get the full thing out of it because we don't have a car, and a car is necessary for the right atmosphere. We have come to a drive-in burger joint. Is there a better word for that than drive-in burger joint?
No, that was perfect.
Like Rallies or
Sonic,
or like the 50s. Like I guess what was going on in the 50s, right? Like teenagers were like driving in and then ordering and sitting in their car and eating. And I don't know why. Like I used to watch movies in cars and stuff. It's really strange. But they have this in Okinawa apparently, and we're at one. And it's a burger joint, but it's got like a special spin on some of the food. So you pull up, and then there's like this button down here. And actually, can you show the button so that I can show the thing moving? So when you want to order, just like you would normally do, like you push the button, but this part isn't as normal for an American, I suppose. And this whole thing like moves. And I actually don't think I've ever seen anything like that before with the movement, but I'm sure that's a thing that like people that were, teenagers in the 50s were like, oh, we all had that in the day. And I'm gonna be like, all right, it's cool. I remember that shit at Sonic. And I was also, the only thing I was a little disappointed on, she didn't have roller skates on. Like I was like, all right, she's gonna come out in roller skates. She came out here with her sneakers on, but it was all good. So
she did the math for the change in her head.
yeah, she did. That was impressive. Usually, I don't think I've ever seen a Japanese person not use a calculator to like prove to you that they didn't screw up their math. Like, so it was literally just like and then this like threw the change at us, and that was really cool. So this place is called Jeff. And it's like literally, like it looks just like a drive-in place, like with the neon signs and everything, like on the outside. It's really got a cool like atmosphere. And most of their menu is like normal burgers and stuff, but there's a few things strange. So I think we may have gotten some of that, and we're gonna check that out. So Katie's gotta come in the car though, so you're gonna come in with me now. And so they have this vegetable in Japan, and it's called Goya, and I've had it before, and it's famous from Okinawa. And when I had it before, it's called, in English it's called bitter melon, right? Mm-hmm. Bitter melon, and it's like, it looks kind of like a long cucumber if I'm not mistaken, and it's like got bumps on it, and the flavor of it is just atrocious. So they do not Katie just showed something really funny. You'll see in a second. They do Goya rings, like an onion ring, but with Goya in it inside. And was it not in this bag? Did you find them?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to see you eat one.
Oh, okay. We did get some sort of dippins.
Typically, you had Goya before, right?
They give us the world's small. This is the smallest
Ketchup.
ketchup I've ever seen.
You've had Goya before, yeah?
Yeah.
What did you think?
Didn't like it, but really, really, really wanted to like it. And I figure if you deep fry anything, it's gonna be good,
That's probably
right?
true.
So.
Is it horrible?
Deep frying still stands.
It's good?
Yeah.
Really?
It gets bitter in the end. On the sides of your tongue.
Well, you can see it's like kind of green in there.
It's good.
No, it's not. No.
I like it.
It's oh my god, it's a really strong bitter.
Got it on the tip of the tongue that time.
Yeah,
it's a
like,
really
it's
strong
a
bitter.
very strong flavor.
Like if you don't like bitter, it is like eating the rind of an orange.
Yeah, absolutely. But like, turn that up. Take it
It's
up
like
a notch.
licking a 9-volt battery. but like subdued 9-volt batteries. Exciting. I need to put some ketchup on it now.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough ketchup in that tube.
I honestly don't even know what burgers I ordered. They have a mini set, and so I am feeling kind of White Castle.
It's really cute.
Yeah. I'm assuming regular beef,
Chicken,
cheese and some sort of
cheeseburger, and that looks like Goya chicken at the end. Yeah, chicken. That's gotta be a chicken sandwich.
That's a deep fried something.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what flavors they all are, but it's the cutest thing on the menu, that's for sure.
How do you open it? Oh, it's just like...
Yeah.
That's a really cool package. It's really cool.
I don't know what that is.
It just looks like beef, man.
This smells good. Oh, I'm
you...
ready to eat. Okay.
Try one.
Oh, I'm gonna try this weird one on the edge. So it's got
fish,
mayonnaise, and
fish?
Yeah, it might be fish.
There's a fish burger on the menu, so.
Here we go. Where are they getting the little buns? Make them in house.
Is it fish?
That one's chicken.
Is it chicken? How is it?
Tiny.
How's the flavor? Tiny?
It's just a burger, man. Yeah, there's nothing special about that. It's just tiny. What did you get? I know you ordered a whole bunch of stuff I didn't understand, so I want to know. There's a whole nother bag?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is orange juice that I'm not 100% sure. It says Jeff's orange juice. So, maybe it's like made in-house, and that's a good sign.
Oh, that is a great sign.
Oh, I forgot to ask for no ice. I'm sorry.
Dang it. I hate ice.
Really sweet.
Ooh.
Really, really sweet. It's kind of like Sunny D.
That's an island thing.
Yeah, that's a Sunny D thing, man. Where's the other...
Yeah, I took all the stuff out.
Okay, so I ordered special chicken burger. So I just ordered this. I don't know what makes it special. They've got a regular and a special, and I just hope it doesn't have Goya on it.
That does seem to be the special thing here. So perhaps you've messed up.
So maybe it's just bigger or something. But that's a decent looking burger. What's this? It's a little strange looking. It's like a chicken sandwich.
These burgers are outstanding.
Yeah, what you said, like, I think we've basically just eaten the same thing now. I don't know what makes it special. I mean, it's good.
It's special that you spent more money on it.
Yeah. It's 530 yen for this, as opposed to the regular chicken sandwich is 310.
Well, the special thing is that you got ripped off.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I mean, it tastes good. I don't know. I'm dying to know.
Well, if you would invest more money in this, you could get the regular, and then you might know.
And then I got agepan, it's like fried bread, and you can choose from a few different flavors. And I chose cinnamon.
Cinnamon's where it's at.
Yeah.
I heard cinnamon and I was like, dang.
The cinnamon, anything. The cinnamon might help that Goya. God. That's really sweet.
I think I could hear the sweet, honestly.
Yeah. Cinnamon and sugar. It just beats a bread, though. The cinnamon is good. So I would say that the food here is alright. It's like, I guess it's kind of how I feel about Sonic, too. Like, when I go to, like, Sonic or whatever, one of these things in America, I'm just like, alright, it's a burger.
But the experience, we're sitting in the car. She came out of the
car.
That was awesome.
We're eating in the car. This is so foreign to us now that's what the exciting part is. And they nailed it. They nailed
Eating
the food
in the
too.
car. What's a car?
They nailed the food too. Like, it's just okay. We've got it perfect. If it had been too good, I would be like, this isn't authentic. The burger's too good. So we're just gonna kind of call it a night and head home. But on the way home, we stopped by Family Mart because like we don't know if we have any like breakfast stuffs or anything, so we wanted to get some breakfast stuffs. And while I was in there, I saw something that I haven't ever seen in any other Family Mart before. So I don't know if I haven't been paying attention or if It's just a thing that's down here. And I don't know if you can tell, my voice is a little sore. Like it's kind of like low kind of feeling right now. And I felt like this was really appropriate with how I was feeling. So I went ahead and got the berry white. It's like a popsicle, yeah? And it's got berries inside and it's white. And I don't know, that seemed like a pretty good deal. Berry white. I'm gonna have me a berry white bar. That's how he talks, right? Ooh, it's like chocolate.
I can smell it.
Well, white chocolate on the outside, vanilla ice cream, and berry. It's pretty good.
Does he taste as good as you thought he would?
I'd have another.
Grandma got any good books?
Grandma's got books about like kimonos and maps about Japan, and Grandma has also got this book, which I found very funny. It's called Boku no Shigoto wa YouTube, and this means like your job is YouTube. I think I'm gonna flip through here and see if I can get any pointers. I saw a guy with like a banana or something in here a minute ago, but I don't think I can find him again. Ah, look, that's the Tokyo YouTube space in Roppongi. We've been there. Very cool. That's really funny.
You can do it.
You can do it. YouTube for dummies.
Yeah. Good morning. We had a good night. Eric's now sick. I don't know if he had a good night. It might have been hard to sleep, but I'm feeling great.
This is a case of the sniffles. It's alright. I had cold a little bit, but it's okay. I'm not gonna I didn't eat anything that could kill me. Not this time.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just some sniffles. And we're up and we're heading to one of, I think is one of the major tourist attractions. I could be completely wrong, but today's going to be kind of like a nature day. We're going to go do a lot of nature-y things because it's supposed to rain later in our visit here. So we're going to go do the stuff that we want to do that's outdoors. It's time for breakfast, and for breakfast is kind of hard here.
Well, so you want to get moving too.
Yeah, so Eric went to a convenience store, and I went to McDonald's, and I got this pie, and this is Hokkaido milk pie.
Well, we're in Okinawa.
And we're in Okinawa, so I feel like we're as south as we can get, and I'm gonna eat as north as we can get. So Hokkaido's known for its dairy.
But it says sakura pie on the package. What's the deal with that?
It says sankaku.
Oh, okay. I just glanced
Yeah.
at it. Sankaku is like triangle.
The pie is baked as opposed to deep fried.
Yeah.
It's very croissanty and flaky and many, many layers. And the cream is really, really sweet. But it's not like gushing out of it to where I was gonna get cream everywhere. Oh God. Anyways, it's a very good pie. I feel like I can't get out of this now. It's a very, very good pie. I liked it. And we're gonna go and do some tourist attractions now. Everybody needs a mustache for a pillow. This is really great. I saw this little guy in our book and I wrote down Mustache Man on the map. He is apparently the mascot for Nanji City, which I don't really know if we're in Nanji, or I'm assuming we are because this mustache is out and about, just screaming Nanji. Oh, actually the city's name is Nanzhou. His name is Nanji. So, Mustache Man. This is probably one of the best mascots. This could only get better if it was in real mascot form, and if that happens, I'm gonna freak out.
You gonna use that pillow?
Yeah, I'm gonna be all up on that. It's nice. We're already in nature. That doesn't seem to be very hard here in Okinawa. We've come to Sefa Utaki, and it is a pilgrimage site that people, like local Okinawans, come to pray. I'm not sure exactly what they pray for or if there's a specific god that is attached to this area, but it's gorgeous and quite slippery. All of these rocks that people are walking up, they are smoothed from people walking over them. And we just watched a video where it showed a girl who was wearing like high heel shoes with a nice little like point, and she turned in her shoes to get some Crocs so that she could go on this pilgrimage. And that's actually really wise. You would be absolutely surprised at how many girls you see that are wearing high heels.
Hiking.
At hiking, yeah. We're blown away. We will see one. Even though they watch the video, they'll be going up here in the high heels.
Where are your heels,
I can't
girl?
wait to find them.
You just got these guys on.
Oh man, I got the flats like a mofo.
Those don't look like they got that much grip though.
No, they don't. I've already been slipping, so I might be as dumb. I don't know. I was walking and I guess I was just staring at my feet or just trying not to slip. I don't know, but I looked up and I just saw this gigantic crag right in front of me, and it kind of just stopped me. I just stood there. I don't know how to explain, but it just abruptly made me realize there's amazing things around you. Look at them. And it kind of feels like a huge, gigantic, prehistoric tree fell down and just left this weird stump to the side. But I know that's not what it is. But it also kind of feels like an anthill with all the holes, and like a big ant's gonna come out, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is gonna start. I don't know. Maybe that's what happened overnight. We're just really small now.
Do you remember?
Really
No.
small?
Do you remember the bug we saw at the airport thing?
Maybe we're one of those. It's a sweet potato weevil. Yeah, pulled that out. I thought that when I looked at this place in the guidebook that there'd be like a crap ton of people, so we came here really early, but it actually feels quite low-key and relaxed and not full of gigantic ants. Maybe they're ahead, I don't know, but yeah, this is a very nice place.
So there's another one of these, kind of like an overhang, like not a cliff, but like a crag or something that is a point where people will come up and they pray. And I'm not really 100% certain why this place has so much like cultural significance to the people here, but apparently it's a World Heritage Site, and it's easily the most low-key World Heritage Site I've ever seen, like where it's just sort of like chill and there's not tons of people, and I must be missing something. I mean, it's a pretty little walk, but I don't understand why this has been like picked out as something really, really significant to the people in the area. So maybe we should look into that more in the future so we can understand. But it's just like a prayer place, and it said like these people come so they can like pray to like old gods and stuff. But I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it looks cool, but it must be really important if it's a World Heritage Site, right?
I've seen pictures of something else.
Oh, is there something? Am I missing?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, so there we go. You better blow my mind.
Has this triangle rock blown your mind?
It's pretty cool, I guess. It's like a shape.
Did I hype it too much?
It might have been overhyped, yeah. But you didn't give it the World Heritage like Association like stamp of approval. Like that's the part I think that overhyped it. Like,
I will show you the picture that they have that makes this seem like it's going to be the biggest, best thing.
yeah,
Look at
like
that.
The sunshine
You're gonna
like, coming through
see.
and stuff.
You're gonna see God through these through these rocks.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's interesting looking, but like I think about like when we went to Chiba and we went hiking up that hill and they had that giant Buddha in the wall and all that stuff, and then you had that huge beautiful view from the top of the hill and stuff, and I'm like, wow, that was really, really amazing. Like, but I don't believe it was a World Heritage Site, so I don't understand what the focus here is, like why they.
What are the standards for World Heritage Sites?
Because I mean, in the past, it's like places we've been like Taj Mahal or like Angkor Wat, or do a bunch of places in Kyoto and stuff, all these like really, really, really like striking places. But this place has just got like a rock on a lean. Like I feel like I'm like really shit talking it. It's a really nice place, and it's like nice to walk around, and it's like it feels nice atmosphere and everything. But I just don't like why is this so significant? I don't know. I can't get out of this. I'm in the mud on this.
There's a lady on her cell phone talking into the triangle. I don't know why, but that makes me laugh pretty hard. Once you get through the triangle, there's a really beautiful like peekaboo view of this nice island. I'm not sure what the name of it is or if it's any specific island that's special, but it's a really nice view once you walk through the triangle to see the Pacific Ocean, and yeah, it's just nice. One of the things that I saw in like guidebooks and read about is I don't really know how to describe it better than seeing it in the water. It's where the sand forms like a little pocket, and then that pocket has like this turquoise blue water inside of it, and it's just kind of in those little notches in the sand bank, and it looks really, really beautiful. And I thought we'd have to fight to try and find an area that had that, but we've just come to like our first viewpoint of the day, and it's sitting right in front of me, and I'm like, you know what? Check. I'm happy I got to see that. It's probably not the most stunning that they have here, but I'm glad that I got to see it already, and maybe I'll see something that's a little more spectacular along the way. I hate thinking like while I'm traveling I'm going to miss what I really want to see. That drives me nuts. So when I see something before I'm expecting to, it feels really good. Whoa. Blooper reel. We were standing at the beginning. More blooping. One thing that I've already noticed here that we can't get. Sorry, that bug scared the crap out of me. Probably a weevil.
Blooper reel.
Everything. Is that what our videos are? Just a big blooper reel?
I think so.
Yeah. One thing that is already present here that we have not seen enough of in forever, grass. And we're sitting in it now. Feels pretty good. It's kind of tough grass, but I'll take any grass at this point. Last night I was spending a lot of time planning out what we were going to do today because I didn't do any planning. I did a lot of reading, but no planning. And one of the things that I found out is that here in Okinawa, people like to swim with ponies. And I think we don't know why this truck is here. We're about to go out to the water. Haven't seen out there, but there's a lot of ponies on this truck. All of their names are here. We're learning the names. Maybe we can go out there and spot them. I don't know. But some people might be swimming with some ponies out there. I tried to make an appointment for this at one location, and the 2 days that we have available, they are booked. So sadly, we won't be swimming with any ponies. But I kind of sat there thinking about, what if the pony pooped? You got a disaster on your hands. How are they? I mean, they've got to be.
Have you ever seen a pony pee? It's a lot.
I didn't even think about the pee. I wouldn't even know about.
Let's check out this
real
beach.
Warm in here.
Look at this little path. It's really cool looking.
Okinawa.
What's going on?
Ponies.
Are people swimming?
A pony might be swimming, or he's just hanging out on the beach. This is just a beach-in day for the ponies. I never thought that I'd be thinking about that.
Let's go check this out.
Okay. This is the color of the water, and this is our first feel.
It's a little cold.
Oh wow, that's brisk.
Yeah, swimming with ponies right now might be a bit of a challenge.
Oh,
I think you
that's
get used
nice.
to it.
Yeah, you'd get used to it pretty quickly.
I think the ponies like this. It's ice cold, son.
Yeah, ponies must love it.
This water is like really clear. It's really, really cool looking. And I've been walking in it for like 2 minutes now, and it feels nice now. It was cold at first, but now I'm like, think if I was swimming in this, it would be all right. I mean, getting the boy danglers in might be a little bit on the chilly side, but
What about the nipples?
Once you go, yeah, there's 2 points. I just can't stand it. The boy danglers and the nipples. It's like torture getting that in the cold water. But once you got past that, you break through that ice, everything's all right. But yeah, I don't know. Are we gonna go swimming? Do you think? I brought my swim gear, but
It's only 11 o'clock. Around like 12 or 1, maybe it could be.
Yeah, maybe the water will even warm up more. But it's not too bad.
Or the outside will warm up more, and you'll want that water.
If there was a pony here, and the pony was like, "Yo, I'm into a swim," I'd be like, "All right, pony, let's do this thing." It wouldn't hold me back.
As we were walking over here, I was really excited because I saw this huge rock, and it looked like a turtle. And, we got lost in our chat, and we were walking over here, and once we got to this point, I realized that the turtle had broken into 2 pieces. So we have, not beheaded, because still, parts of the non-head part are still there, but we've got a 2-piece turtle here, and We're at like a beach that has like tons of rock formations and they're quite beautiful, but our turtle got chopped into two. Poor little guy. You can do it! Combate!
We've come to this little cafe that is kind of sitting over on top of a hill a bit, like and you got a cool little view out this window of the ocean, right? No, of like a field.
It's very much land.
Yeah, it's like an ocean. I was thinking it was an ocean, but it's an ocean of houses and trees. So it's this kind of nice little environment and stuff. And we came here because like we saw a picture of the food and it looked pretty good, and it seems like it was probably a wise decision. I haven't been into what I've got, but I've seen it. It looks amazing. But something we've noticed so far, we've been here a day, only a day, and the way things roll here is different than what we're used to in Tokyo. Like the way people expect you to go and sit down, and like there's not quite the amount. There's a different level of politeness here that's happening. It's like not quite as polite. People like grab your arm and put you places, and it's not just us. We've seen like just these interactions between people, and maybe it's because the people are just like the people that live here are influx with tourists all the time, and that's just what they are. Or maybe there's just a behavioral difference between them and people from like mainland Japan or whatever. But we're starting to sniff this out. It's a little bit different. So there's a little bit of chaos in this restaurant when you come in because they have they want you to take off your shoes, but it doesn't have like an official Gencon area. So you're really not sure like what's supposed to happen, and then the lady comes and yells at you and all the other people that come in with you like you're supposed to be taking off your shoes. And like, okay. And it's like it just doesn't look like it. And you come in and they don't have menus. They have this giant chalkboard this lady is carrying around. Is it behind me? Mm-hmm. So she's got like this easel she's carrying around, and it's got like the days. They have 3 different things that you can choose from basically on this thing, and then you can pick which one it is that you want to have. And we've chosen one each, and I don't know. This is all these weird. This isn't the only example I have. There's been a lot of instances today where it's just like things just aren't normal.
She's moving the menu. She's moving the menu.
Don't move. So anyway, this food is like, this is like, I think they grow a lot of the vegetables and the eggs and stuff come from an area, and they come from farms in this area, so it's like, you know, homemade, like real, like, not from like, you know, the supermarket type stuff is kind of the impression we're getting about this. And I ordered an omuraisu, which is a dish I like a lot. And this specific omuraisu is called fuwa omuraisu, which means kind of like fluffy. And if you take a look at the eggs, you can see what they're talking about. Like, it looks kind of fluffy. And omuraisu in my mind is kind of like I don't want to say a cheap food, but they use kind of like ghetto ingredients. Like typically they'll use ketchup and rice and egg, and that's it. But in this case, I'm thinking, just looking at it, they've used a pasta sauce instead of the ketchup. And they do have another pasta dish on the menu, so maybe that's kind of like they've infused pasta and like Japanese style stuff a little bit. So I'm gonna jump in and see what we've got. So the rice is also red. So that's normal from omuraisu. And you can see that they've cooked the rice like into the pasta sauce into the rice, or maybe use ketchup for that part or something, I don't know. Usually it's just ketchup. The egg is explosively good. Like that chicken needs an award. It's really, really flavorful. Like in an egg, you don't usually think, oh, the egg has a lot of flavor. And like even with the sauce, I tasted it. It's a bit sweet. It leans more towards ketchup in flavor than you would think from a pasta sauce, but it does sit somewhere kind of in between those two places. The egg, the flavor of the egg just like tore through the whole dish, like in a really good way. So, whoa. And there's also bits of chicken meat into the rice with it as well. This is good. So this dish was 1,000 yen, which is like under $10 US. And given the atmosphere, and the fact that it also came with a salad. It was a small salad, but it was a very flavorful salad. It had a really good dressing, and everything was really fresh. And it had these amazing tomatoes, and it also came with a kabocha little cup of soup. So considering all those things put together, I think it actually, I'm surprised it's not more expensive than this, to be honest with you.
And the view?
And the view, yeah, like everything tied together. Like I would expect to usually charge maybe like 500 yen more for something like this, just because of like where you are, kind of a touristy area and all that stuff. So I'm actually pretty happy with mine, but I think what Katie ordered actually might be better looking. So you got a
Just curry rice with lots and lots of vegetables, peppers and pumpkin, and there's definitely some nice, lovely meat in there.
Is it chicken?
Oh my god, that's pulled pork, my friend, or like a part of the pork that could be pulled. Okay, and then my egg ended up being a fried egg, and I'm gonna just pop the top on there. Surprise! Oh yeah, that looks really good. And
your rice looks like a little yellow, like it's not straight
butter rice
butter
is
rice?
what I'm assuming. Comfort food.
Yeah.
It's complete and utter comfort food.
Is the curry a spicy curry or is it a sweet curry?
Not spicy at all. Cinnamony.
I want to know how that meat is, but don't eat all of it. I want to try some too. Is there enough for? Is it a pork, like a pulled pork?
It's definitely pork, and it's really good.
Wow.
I'm gonna just eat some more. If you keep the video going, you don't have hands to eat the pork.
It's time to stop the video.
Oh man. These are the chickens that need awards. Omedetou gozaimasu! It smells like pig poop out here. In Southeast Asia, when you find a cave, you put a lot of Buddhas in it. You just put as many Buddhas as will fit in that cave. Here, they put coffee beans, and people, and umbrellas, and a cafe. I can't believe this. That's insane, and really kind of awesome at the same time. Apparently, the oldest bones in the country are in there as well.
What are you talking about? Yours are out here. Oh.
When I walked into the living room, I'm gonna call this the living room. When I walked into the living room, I was in awe of the ceiling, and then I realized all the umbrellas. And I know that the umbrellas are there to catch water from falling on people's heads, but so many people are sitting under these umbrellas not taking in the magic that's just sitting right above them. Like, you're here for that, and then people just come and sit under the umbrellas and watch the damp people walk around. I'm shocked. But at the same time, I sat at lunch looking at a guidebook and realized I wasn't looking at the view for the majority of the time. So I'm kind of got that bad habit as well. You just get sidetracked. The other thing I wanted to note is that this is a non-smoking cave. I don't know if I'm a rebel or if it just takes me a really long time to get with it, but I actually backed the car in, but apparently they don't do that in Okinawa. So now I'm the only person backing in. I feel like an idiot.
You always got it backwards, man.
I always got it backwards.
I think it might just be this parking lot. Other places are backed in. What's going on here, man?
I'm gonna be on the lookout for backing in. You have to do it appropriately.
We've come to this park that is really actually within walking distance of where our Airbnb is now, and the park has got a really cool overlook of the city that we're in, and you can just barely in the distance see the ocean, and it's just up on this hill, and I don't know, it's kind of cool. We came here last night just to check it out, to try to see if we could catch the sunset, but we got here after dark, so we were like, oh, we make a video, but you won't see anything at all. So we're back conveniently and having a better look at the view.
I am in no way going to attempt to be some sort of history buff, World War II buff, anything sort of buff. I'm just going to regurgitate what I read earlier about where we're at right now.
Hold on a second here. What did you say? I read earlier?
That a red snap. Southern.
Yeah, that was hardcore.
And I'll try not to be a Southern buff. So I read earlier that where we're at, this is a tunnel that we're going to go into, and it used to be the headquarters for the Navy here. And during the last Battle of Okinawa, 4,000 people lost their lives here, either due to bombs going off or a mass suicide that took place here, as people knew that it was the end of the time of things being okay. We're gonna go into the tunnel. It says that you can see bullet shots on the walls and other sorts of disastrousness that left an imprint. And apparently the head commander, big military buff, head commander, his final words are on the wall. And I was talking to a friend about final words the other day, and I'm quite intrigued to see what this person said. I don't know what they said yet, so that is intriguing. And you'll just kind of get to see where a lot of people thought they were safe, and then they realized that they weren't. And some of them took it upon themselves to finish the job, and some others fought till the end. So we'll see what's going on in this tunnel. Again, not a history buff, not a war buff, but I am an American. And when we come to places like this that are associated with World War II, you kind of get a little nervous, and you hope that nobody asks where you're from, because you just don't want to have to do that look on your face where you're like,
My bad.
like, I don't feel any attachment to what happened in the past. Like, I don't feel like I have any association with that, but I know that as a Japanese person and as an American person, there is that known history. And when we came in here, they have these black and white photos, and a lot of them are showing Americans in a positive light, like soldiers taking kids to safe places and things like that, and they're spelling it out in a positive way. I have read that there are some museums, I don't remember if they're here in Okinawa, but in other places in Japan, they kind of don't have that light. So I was a bit nervous when I started looking at these pictures, like, are they going to make me feel like I shouldn't be here? Or are they going to make me feel like this was a moment in time that we're all past? And that's what I hope for, but they certainly could take the other route.
We went through this little museum before we came down into the cave that we're in now, and the museum gave us like a reasonable backstory on what had taken place. And I'm going to sum this up as quickly as I can and as briefly as I can, because I don't want to misspeak and then like convey the wrong information, because I'm not, I'm like Katie, I don't know what I'm talking about. So basically, during the end of World War II, the American Army wanted to take Okinawa to then, from there, stage an attack on the mainland Japan. So it was really, really important for them to take this base. And there was a months-long battle that took place. And during that time, it was a lot of the local Okinawa people who were kind of not a part of this, like the war, like they weren't really Japanese in the sense of like the Japanese army and stuff, but they got conscripted into the army and then had to fight, and apparently, according to the information on the wall, they were all very helpful towards the Japanese army, despite like it being very obvious that the battle was going to be won by the Americans. So, I mean, tons and tons of people and citizens and just random citizens of the area were killed and lost their homes, and like the whole island apparently was destroyed, like all their architecture, growing stuff, it's called
Agriculture.
Agriculture, there you go. All their agricultural areas were destroyed, and I mean, it was a really horrible thing. So,
devastating.
We went through the museum and gave us that background and everything, and then it also explained how this tunnel was not maybe the end or whatever, but where the commanding officers of the Japanese army were based out of towards the end of the battle, and this is where they all ended up committing suicide. And I guess like 2,000 people died inside of this tunnel, And it said there was a blip, but they didn't explain it very deeply, but like the American Army drilled a hole in the tunnel and like pumped poison gas in. Like really horrible stuff. Like, I mean,
Wartime stuff.
Wartime stuff's like just not cool stuff's like really bad. But the tunnel complex is fairly interesting. I didn't think it was going to be so big, but we have access to like all of the orange area on this sign, and we're able to go through some of it. But we've only come down this long stairwell. There was like 100 steps or something that came down into the tunnel. And the whole thing is built into the side of a wall, so I think we're going to go out someplace where we didn't come in. So we went into the top of the hill, and then we're going to come out at the bottom. And we get to go through all of this, so let's see what else we can find.
This is really strange. I can't imagine basically any war situation at all. And there's war going on around this world that I will never understand. And this is a glimpse into something that shouldn't have been, I don't think, and is overwhelming because you're inside of it. It's not just somebody telling you a story, you're standing in that place. And that's even more, to me, overwhelming.
Katie and I were discussing a few minutes ago, like, have they fixed up the inside, or is it how it was? Like, we didn't know. You can't really tell, like, you know, when things are made of concrete, like, is it 50 years old or is it 10 years old? Like, you know, they sculpt this to make it reenact the way it actually felt. But the sign on the wall in here actually says that this is the...
It hasn't changed very much.
It hasn't changed at all. They said it's concrete with plaster on it, and that it was used for operation planning and stuff like that. So, like, the sign basically says, like, this is kind of what it looked like back then. So, I mean, they have a table in here and they'd be planning out, like, what they're gonna do next. It's hardcore, man.
Alright, sometimes you just gotta record things in the moment, and I'm gonna record them in the moment. And whoa, this kind of snuck up on me because I thought we read upstairs that the commanding officer and 4 of the people close to him, they committed suicide. The commander wrote a letter to explain how the Okinawans had fought during the war, and they... my brain is not processing well. He explained how they had fought during the war, and then later him and the guys, they killed themselves. And you kind of sit there and you wonder, well, like, how did they do it? And there's like this thing where you know that a lot of people committed suicide, like olden days Japanese people with a sword and things like that, disembowelment or whatever. We just found out how they did it, and we're standing basically where that had to have happened, and that doesn't feel good.
You gotta wonder, like, how do they build this? Like, I showed you on the map, this is a pretty huge area, and it's, like, they dug this thing into this, like, rock, and, like, you're like, okay, like, what kind of machines or whatever? Nah, they use people and pickaxes. It says this is all they used.
Perhaps this is going to cheapen the way that I feel about this experience, but that was a real haunted house. Like, the feelings that I have inside are scary. Like, that's just tragic, and I would say that it's a real haunted house.
You can put yourself into the situation.
The museum before we went in was incredibly informative, and yeah, I feel like I get it. It's not just something that I walked through. And then we came out here. Would you like to get a t-shirt and some ice cream?
So we went through all those caves and everything, and had like a solemn time, and like educated about things that had happened here back in the day. And at the end of it, there was that shop that was like, you want some ice cream and stuff? And we were like, how tacky is that? We don't want ice cream. We don't have that mood. So what we've done is we've come to get some sweet treats at a different place. I just realized that. But it has been like, some time has passed. This is like a time to like sit in the car and listen to Ramones and stuff, and you know, the mood has changed. So we've come over to this like island that is kind of like, seems like not a resort, but like a touristy area, and they've got like, kind of like a shopping area with lots of eateries and stuff built into the side of the wall, and then you get an overview of the ocean and stuff, and it's all very nice. And the main reason that we came over here is because Katie wanted to try some Okinawan donuts, and I've got one here, and when you get them, you actually get to choose different toppings. So there's a lot of different things to choose from, and I actually chose something that it looks like butter or maybe ice cream, but this is cream cheese. And Katie chose a purple purple potato flavor one. So these things came right out of the fryer. So I'm hoping it's not too hot. I can touch it, it's not burning me, but it's definitely warm. Not sure like the etiquette here, how you're supposed to be eating, like if that's a proper way.
They gave you the small spoon,
Yeah,
so I think you've got to go with the small spoon.
But it's tricky.
When's the last time you had cream cheese?
Cream cheese. Years and
Kumagaya?
years and years. Kumagaya, did we have it when we lived in Kumagaya?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Did we get it from Costco or something?
You can get it from the regular store, but
expensive.
I haven't bought it since then.
Yeah, I like cream cheese on bagels. That's why I went with the cream cheese. Like, cream cheese, that sounds like something.
It smells like cornbread. Does it taste like cornbread?
Yes, it is cornbread. The donut itself is cornbread-like, so I want to give it a bite without the cream cheese on it. The outside's got a bit of a crunch. It's a little bit sweet, not overpoweringly sweet. It's not like that thing that I ate last night with the cinnamon on it from Jeff.
Agepan.
The Jeff place.
Jeff!
And yeah, this is good. It reminds me of hush puppy kind of texture.
Love hush puppies.
Yeah, like the texture, you know how it's kind of like crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. That's kind of the texture. And the flavor leans more towards donut, but still is not like Krispy Kreme donut. This is a little bit different. I want to know about your
purple
jams, man. So like it's like mega purple.
It's a strong potato. Not a sweet potato, just a strong potato.
Yeah.
I guess it's something that I've never really had before. We hadn't seen the kanji for what we had ordered, so we asked the girl like how you pronounce it, and she said beni imo, and it could be sweet potato, I'm not sure. But it's strong. It's a strong potato. That's what that means. But I want to try this donut as well. I'm gonna use my hands. I'm done with this. Oh, that's so cornbready. That's so much fun.
Yeah, cornbread. There you go. That's good. Yeah. Is cornbread deep fried?
No, it's baked.
It's baked, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow. Sweet, sweet cornbread. Cat's name is Swagger.
It's dinner time, and we've come to an area of the city here that is kind of like a strip, like where like lots of people are walking and like maybe socializing and doing such things. And the reason we came over here is because there is an Okinawan restaurant that is really famous, and in both the foreign, the Lonely Planet that we have and the Japanese guidebook that we have, they're both like, this place is amazing, you need to come here. And there is a line outside that we waited in for, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes or something, and that is a testament to how popular the place is.
and apparently it's like the best food in the city or maybe on the island or something. I don't know. You know how those things are. It's all subjective. So we ordered a few different dishes, and it seems like they're kind of coming out like at random times. So I'm just going to show off the first one that we've got here, and what was it called again? Food champon, right?
Champuru.
Champuru, food champuru. And it is like a corned beef, apparently. So you can see little bits of corned beef in the dish.
Oh, that looks so good.
So I'm gonna mix this up a little, and it just looks like they maybe just fried it or something, like stir-fried it. And what do you think the other meat is? Any idea? Tofu? Is that meat tofu?
I think it could be fried egg pork.
Okay. So let's see what we got. I think it's egg. It's actually got a pretty Chinese flavor to it, to be honest with you. But the corned beef is like foreign to that. It's a very interesting addition to something that I kind of in my mind think Chinese food, whether that's accurate or not is up for debate. But it certainly doesn't taste like other Japanese food that I can think about having. I can't recall having that flavor. The corned beef is fun. I wonder if they get corned beef. Why did corned beef happen in their cuisine? Is that?
They're big fans of Spam too.
Yeah. Spam is famous here, so maybe that's just from like there's a military bases and stuff from the Americans, and maybe that has something to do with some of the cuisine has been mixed with some of those things. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's okay. It's not like incredible or anything, but as a little side dish, it's pretty fun. Something I forgot to mention. This place is very like lively, and it's very narrow. And like I said, there was a long line, so there's a lot of people like waiting and working here, and it's just a cool looking little place. A bit of a contrast to what's going on outside, which looks a little bit more modern. This feels like old school. Like it's interesting that it's in this particular neighborhood. Another dish that we got is a little more different than this. This seems like kind of like a safe bet, and we got something called mimiga. And what it is mimi means ears, and in this case I'm supposing the ga means pork, because it's pork ears. And I don't see the pork ears though. There is ginger and soy sauce, and we are supposed to mix this up.
Cucumbers. Okay. And this is the pig ears. They just kind of look like they've been julienned.
I see.
All of the meals, when they brought them out, or all the dishes, they have explained something to us. So that's why the camera stopped while I was stirring my mimiga. We got a dish, and she was explaining to us that it's cooked in a miso sauce, and it was just like they're giving you a full explanation. They're not letting you wonder what you're eating. They're telling you what you're eating. And as I've been stirring up this mimiga, it actually smells like an alcohol that I had a bad experience with. So
what alcohol is that?
I can't name it. I don't know what it is, but I know it's an alcohol.
Was this a Korean alcohol?
No.
Oh, okay.
Something else. But I'm just gonna jump in and hope that doesn't happen again.
So did you find pig ears in there? Like something that looks like it? Did you find pig ears in there? Like something that looks like it?
This is pig ears.
Oh, okay. So they've just cut it into little thin strips.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it looks like a noodle.
It's elasticy, so I'm assuming that's what makes it curly like this. Once you strip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are pig ears and pig tails made of the same thing? Does that explain the curl?
Maybe. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a soy sauce vinegar-ness to it, and the shoga, it's not strange at all. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Like, not a problem.
Nice.
I'm happy.
Another dish has arrived, and it's called rafute, and it is a pork dish. And it comes out, and it's in these two like little squares. And earlier we had that curry rice, and Katie had that pork in it, and the pork was like unbelievable. So I think that maybe this might be kind of in the same style where it just kind of like melts in your mouth. The sauce that this is in a miso sauce, and I can definitely smell that. And I'm not 100% clear how I'm going to eat this because it's bigger than my mouth, but it doesn't quite. Okay, there we go. It'll just pull apart.
Oh my god!
Really pulls apart really easy. Like with pork, you would think like it would be kind of difficult.
Oh baby, yeah, all you gotta do is pull that pork.
Yeah, pull that pork. So yeah, that's what it was. It was like pulled pork.
You're gonna be in love with that.
Yeah.
We almost didn't order that.
So good. It's really like, it seemed like layers, like a layered cake. Like you can kind of see like there's just different pieces of it or whatever. Oh
meat
man.
and fat and meat and skin and delicious.
Man, that pig should be really, really proud of itself.
Is this another award-winning
This is another award-winning animal. Let's see what this carrot's doing. Ooh.
We giving it an award?
I expected a crunch, but it's like really soft, like American Thanksgiving carrots. Like that's what it's like. We can get down on some food down here. This is good stuff.
Still got another dish to go.
The last dish has come out, and this is something that has been kind of a reoccurring theme in our videos. So when we were in Vietnam, we had something like with this particular meat, and when we were in Oman, we had something with this particular meat, and then we were in Yokohama, we hung out with something that had this particular meat, and now we're having goat meat yet again. And it's come in soup form, and this is the second time I've had goat soup. Every time I've eaten something with goat meat, it's been amazing. So I was like, okay, I saw goat on the menu, I was like, we're doing this thing, we're getting goat meat. And I've wondered, like, I have a theory that the reason that goat meat dishes are good is not because of the goat meat, but because the people who are willing to use goat meat are willing to do exciting things. And that's why you always end up with this, like, really interesting food based around it. So in this case, they brought out a soup that's kind of not that interesting looking, but I can smell the vegetables that are put into it. And it's very distinct, and it's got just a very strong, like, you know, vegetable smell going on.
That is not a vegetable smell. That's a sweaty, weird smell.
You smell a sweaty, weird smell?
Sweaty, weird smell.
No, man, that's vegetables. I smell vegetables. So, we're gonna try some sweaty weirdness, and I'm gonna put a bit of this in here, and a bit of goat in here, and this does not look like the prime cut of goat. This looks like the floppy bits of the goat. So maybe we made a mistake here. So a little bit more here. And she mentioned that you can put some shoga, some ginger, in there as well. That might be a little heavy for the amount of soup I have in there. So what I'm going to do is water that down a little more. And I guess, right? So I'm going to taste the soup first. The overwhelming flavor is the plants. What did you? We looked up what it was in English, but I've never even heard.
Mugwort.
Mugwort? Is that? That's the plant. It's some sort of plant that grows here. And the meat is a little not tough. It's a little bit chewy, not ridiculously so. But it definitely hasn't been like slow cooked or anything the way the pig was cooked here, like that square of pig. That was definitely a lot more like melt in your mouth than this is. It's interesting. I don't think I would get it again, but I'm willing to eat what I got. I would probably next time get 2 of those pork square plates.
That's the number one.
Yeah. It was on point.
Number one. Number 2.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Where does the goat fall? I'll tell you where the
27?
goat falls. She seemed surprised when I ordered it.
Party on, Wayne!
I have a windshield wiper in my butt. It's not comfortable.
That's a party.
I don't know how to start. What do I do? It's really complicated.
You just sit there and look pretty. Like, it's very easy. There we go. that was Okinawa Part 1. Hope that you enjoyed it. If you are enjoying our videos and you want to contribute or just get more involved with the community that we have, Patreon is a great way to do that. You can go over there and just help make these videos happen in the future. We also have other ways for you to get involved and chat and talk about things, which would be like Facebook and Twitter. You can find links to those below. And also, giving it a thumbs up spreads the word and the awesomeness to everyone, so feel free to do that if you'd like.
If YouTube's got this like algorithm thing, so like if people click the thumbs up button, more people find it. I think that's how that works. Is that your understanding of it as well?
If I saw a man giving another person a thumbs up somewhere, I'd be like, that whatever is happening here is probably good. Like, I would go buy that sweet treat, or
At least check it out.
Yeah, I would be looking around for what is thumb upable about this situation. So, yeah, I think it's a good idea.
So we decided that honestly, the title card that we've had for as long as I can remember now, that rolls at the end of all of our videos.
If it's a title card, why is
end
it
card? End card. End card is the right word. So like I've been tired of it for a long time, but we've honestly just been kind of lazy about just making another one and changing it. And I'm always like, oh, we should just reshoot it and then like have the same video flow after every video and stuff. But I think that'll get boring too. So what I thought we would try is to just like kind of do a thing like what we're doing right now, where we can talk about things that happen maybe in the video you just watched, or things that are happening in future videos perhaps, or in this case we can talk about things that happened in the previous video that we posted, which in this case, what was the video? The video was you tried some Kit Kats, the Kit Kat video, and the big topic of conversation was this character here.
It's replaced me.
And yeah, let's see. There we go.
Oh man, gosh, I'm an 8 now. Yes.
So we had Maybelline, and the big topic, the conversation point that we had for everybody that we were stumped about was, what is Maybelline? And we didn't answer it in the video, but a lot of people in the comments like knew what this was based on what it looked like, which blows my mind, because I was like, this is like a beaver with like a problem and no tail. Like I wasn't sure. The teeth. What's the
problem?
No tail.
Like
no
a
tail.
genetic problem?
Like a genetic problem or something. Like
you just basically took the whole.
Well, no. That was just my misinformation. Because in reality, what we're working with here is, and if you don't know yet, you get your last chance to guess. This is a wombat, and a ton of people were like, "That's a wombat, duh." And I'm just like, how? Like, I didn't know. I knew the word wombat existed, and I knew it was a Australians thing. Australians. But I had no idea what it looked like. So when we looked it up, we were like, holy crap, it's like a bear and a mouse or something? Is that what
a bear and a koala.
A bear and a koala?
It's like if you had those two things,
no, dude,
and you met it right in the middle.
But a koala bear. Koala is a bear, right?
Well, I'm talking like a grizzly bear. Like a grizzly bear and a koala, and then you just met it right in the middle. That would be a wombat.
Is that a wombat?
Yeah. It makes me think of something that's going to be flying.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because of the bat. Yeah, I don't know. So anyways, Maybelline is a wombat. And like somebody found the toy? What was it? Do you remember her name?
Luciana found the toy.
Found the toy and sent us a link to like a picture of Maybelline, and we were just like, how did...
But she also guessed that it was a kuoka.
Oh, yeah.
And
we don't even know what that is.
That's a very, very cute chipmunky type thing. And, yeah. So, even if you could find the plush, you didn't know it was a wombat. It's only if you're strong.
No, she said it was wombat, didn't she?
She said kuoka. That's where I got that from.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have the comment up still?
Yeah.
Because I thought in the URL it said wombat on it. The comments thing, yeah. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, but Google told her it was a wombat.
Google told her, okay.
Yeah, so her guess was a quokka.
Yeah.
But then she knew it was a wombat. So anyway, this is our new family member. And another interesting tidbit, another comment we got that I thought was really funny. So Laura over at Patreon mentioned to us that wombats have cubic poop. And then I looked it up on the internet, and they poop squares. Like, how is that possible?
I guess like the intestines are just square shaped, and then as it comes out, it slices it.
Maybe. I just think about square watermelons in Japan. The poop.
The anus?
I don't know. Oh,
Anus?
the anus. Anyway, so in the future we plan on like just kind of doing things kind of like this with the end of the videos. So if you have any like specific questions or anything, maybe you can shoot them to us on any of those social media things or on the comments of the video or whatever, and then we'll pick like one or two of them and then try to address those or answer them in the following video. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything that we had today, and again,
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. All of the links to everything are just going to be in the descriptions, and hopefully that'll be easy to navigate. Anyway, so thanks guys. Bye.